Okay, it's time for the Tesla weekly update here. So I have the weekly chart pulled up on linear scale, and we have our green 8 EMA, the orange 21 EMA, and you can see that price still closed below both this week. I was thinking maybe the 8 EMA at 172.61 was going to hold as some support, but it did close below, and it also closed below all these moving averages up here as well. But this is an interesting zone here right now. You can see when looking back, this line here, I'll just make it more visible for you. This is where it closed, so we'll put it right here. You can see that line. This line, look at how many candles it touches, right? It touches that one, that one, that one, that one, and it broke through these. And then if you go all the way back over here, it touches this bullish engulfing and this wick and that wick as well, right? So even though it did close below some levels, not only did it touch all these candles, but if you zoom in a little bit, it still even closed the gap between these two candles here. So this green candle and that red candle. So now this gap is officially closed on the weekly chart. So could lead to some interesting developments in the weeks to come. So now let's go check out the Gann on linear scale. So this is the Gann on linear scale now, and we have this orange angle still holding us support. It's even way down here in the low 150s. So could price eventually go back to the low 150s or high 140s to retest this orange angle? Yes, it could. But as you can see, still price is just stuck in a range, so nothing really to report on this. So lastly, let's just check out the Gann on log scale. So now this is Gann on log scale, and there's the green arc going all the way down. And what do you see when you zoom in here? Well, did it even test the green arc yet? Not really, right? So there's probably is maybe a little bit more down to maybe even wick through into the low 160s now. And even if you got to the low 160s, like right here, if you drew another line right there, that still is an important level, right? Because it touches that wick, that wick, that wick, that, and all the way across, right? So essentially, yeah, the same situation over there. Essentially, it's just in a range, right? So no matter what news narrative you hear, no matter any FUD out there on X or whatever, it's just in a range. And clearly, it's still on the top side of this arc right here. And it hasn't even back tested the green arc yet. So there is a possibility that there is more downside to come. But the good news is that things are still going to plan accordingly. And sooner than later, I believe we will go up and retest this most important blue line. So just more and more patience, that's all. And lastly, we have the angles chart pulled up and the blue angle right here and this green angle sloping down. And what you see is price really closed essentially right on both. A little bit below, but essentially it's still on both because as you know, this is just like a magnet. It's not going to be exact. So essentially, there's really nothing negative about this close either. But like I said before, since the green arc on the log scale still has not been closed, we could see some weakness earlier on in the week and then possibly later on in the week close back above. So we'll keep an eye on this levels going into next week's close. But yeah, just like I said before, more patience is required and things will get better soon.